Marshy, 4 more years, exciting times.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Obviously, like you said, 4 more years at this great club. I've been lucky enough to call it home for coming on 10 years now, and this will take me through, which is incredible. It's something that me and my family are really proud of, and a bit of a no-brainer. There's probably nowhere else I can see myself playing. Obviously, being from Wigan and supporting Wigan as a kid, it's a dream, and I'm lucky enough to be able to put on the shirt every week. So, like I said, not easy, not a difficult decision.
What did your dad say when you told him?
He was buzzing. Yeah, he was made up. Really proud. He tells me from time to time, we're not that lovey-dovey, I wouldn't say, but when the time's right, he'll let me know that he's proud of me and he's happy for me, and I think he just likes to see a smile on my face, and that's what I get playing here, and yeah, he'll be buzzing as much as I am.
How quick did it come about? How easy were the talks with Chris and the board? Yeah,
pretty straightforward, really. I think I saw a couple of other people getting signed up on long-term contracts and felt left out, so did a bit of a typical little just a little elbow in the ribs to Rads, and came about pretty quick, and like I said, not much to discuss really, just a few I's and T's sorted, and yeah, the contract takes care of itself really. Like I said, there's no real battle. I want to play, I want to stay here, so yeah, just getting all the legal stuff out of the way. It's not much to do with me. I try to stay out of that, and then just sign the dotted line, and like I said, another 4 more years, which is really exciting.
I think it's the 4th time you signed a contract with Wigan. How did your thinking differ from back at that first one that you signed? I mean, obviously you're settled now, house, family, new baby as well.
Yeah, it's obviously different. Situation's probably very different to the last time I signed a contract, like you said. So a bit older now, a couple more responsibilities, like you said, wife Megan and my daughter Elsie now to look after. So there are things to take into consideration. But yeah, I think you just probably appreciate it a little bit more. I think at the time you're just thinking, I want to carry on playing rugby, but so this is obviously bigger than that. It's obviously might be one of my last big contracts really, so it's exciting, but yeah, probably more responsibilities this time than there was before.
People have talked about it throughout your time when you've been playing rugby, but there was a time when you went part-time and you were working in the accounts office. I mean, a 12-year stint at Wigan probably seemed a bit unlikely then?
Yeah, it definitely did. I think that's probably looking back to the sort of end of my academy time before I came up to the first team. There's probably a 12-18 month period there where there was a bit of uncertainty whether I'd play rugby full time, whether I'd play rugby at all, whether I'd just go into the big wide world of work. But luckily enough, a few things dropped into place at Swinton, and obviously being able to stay at Wigan part time and play in the reserves, and a few things slotted into place nicely, and I was lucky enough to get an opportunity and sort of not looked back since. But yeah, like you said, there was probably times back then where it didn't look likely, and I remember when I played my 100th game, Matty said something along the lines of, if you'd have told me that you'd played 1 game for Wigan, I'd have been shocked. So but sort of jovial, and that probably shows how far I've come, and how sort of off the beaten track maybe I was to the path that I'm on now. But yeah, it's just really exciting and really honoured and really proud.
It's been a good 8 years so far, so let's look back. First of all, an obvious question, highlights. Take away the Challenge Cup final try, take away the grand final try. What are the highlights other than that?
You took me 2 good ones there.
That's right.
We've been all very, very lucky and privileged at this great team and club to be taken all over the world. I've played down in Australia in Wollongong in a Super League game, played at the Nou Camp Barcelona Super League game. They're ones that I'll always remember well. I always think back to my second game against Warrington, scoring 4. That was sort of a pinch me moment, and sort of like, geez, I'm sort of playing in the Super League and scoring tries, and there's so many different occasions that I can look back and be proud of, but they're ones that I think, geez, they're really good memories. I think sometimes you can take them for granted that we are at Wigan and that we do get to go to nice places and we play at some amazing grounds, but yeah, probably Nou Camp or Wollongong. But Nou Camp, when you think about it, the sort of athletes and footballers and athletes and things that have played at that ground, it's amazing that you've walked on that same turf.
Talking about the bucket list events, there's one to come, isn't there, at the start of 2025 as well in Vegas. You must be looking at that one saying, please God, let me be fit for that.
Yeah, it's an amazing sort of spectacle on its own, just to sort of watch on the telly. Remember the games earlier this year, watching them and thinking that looks amazing, that's something you want to be involved in, and to 12 months later we're going to be involved in it. We're going to take our home game against Warrington over there, which is a credit to to our chairman, to our owner, to CEO Rads, that they've backed it. They've really stuck their neck out really and decided to take a game there. And us as players are just, like you said, privileged and lucky enough that hopefully we'll be involved in it and get to play over there at that amazing stadium. It's probably one of the best stadiums, most advanced stadiums in the world, and we're taking, I suppose, this Northern Sport Rugby League over there to play in it. So it's something that we're all really looking forward to. But yeah, I'd say touch wood that you're fit to play in it. But if you're not, you have to get me on the plane somewhere in the hand luggage or whatever. But no, we're really excited. I think it's sort of been talked about a lot since it got announced, and even other teams and other players, I'd say they're probably a bit jealous that we're going over there.
You mentioned briefly just there before about the long-term deals that have been signed with other players and the coaching staff as well. How good is it that we've got such a core of the team signed up for a long period of time?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I think the coaching staff for one is a real important one. Sort of who the staff are going to be for those years, so it helps with forward planning. That helps with recruitment as well, I would say. Lads senior will be in charge going forward. I think Matty, Lockers and Tommy have done a great job in the 12 months it's been, with 18 months that they've been together as a coaching staff, so that's exciting for the club. And then the players, and it's not just sort of young players on long-term contracts or local lads on long-term contracts. We've got some of our star lads, we're keeping them here. They're probably the draw to go back home, but there must be something special going on here that's keeping them at Wigan. And look, we've got some outstanding players. Jim and Bev are two that pop into my mind who've signed, who are going to stay over here for at least a few more years, so it's exciting. And I think if you've got that core, that bedrock of the team, it makes you plan going forward, and hopefully it'll bring success on the field.
Just thinking off the top of my head, I think you're the third longest serving player at the club, behind Faz and Willie Isa. Does that mean you have to start acting sensible now, is it?
Yeah, I remember at the beginning of this pre-season, and I came in and I think I was in a week or so before Willie and Faz, or they was in similar times. I remember looking around thinking, I think I might not be the oldest, but I've definitely been here the longest, and looking around thinking, maybe it's time that part of the Joker's hat, but no, I don't think that'll ever leave me. It's just part of me, and I think with the group of leaders that we sort of have a good balance. There's lads who are maybe a bit more serious than others, and lads who can have a job, but when it's time to work, we work. And yeah, to be the third longest serving player is bonkers. I still see myself as not that old, but I think maybe I actually am. But no, it shows. Obviously, I'm proud of that myself, but it shows a lot of thanks to the club for putting the time and effort into me and keeping me here for so long.
When you start to think of it like that, it makes you realise how much you've just got to take it all in, because you never know when it's going to end here. You've got to appreciate every single minute.
Yeah, you do. I think as you get older and in all walks of life, you sort of appreciate things a bit more, and I've definitely started to do that recently. And yeah, I think it's just amazing what we get to do every day. We're in a very privileged position. You get to come and do your hobby as a full-time job, and there's not many people who can say they do that. So and the way we get looked after here, we've probably got some of the best facilities in the league, and just the things we mentioned earlier in the interview about places we've been taken and things we've got to come to be excited for. We're in a brilliant place. It's a great place to come to work. There's always something going on at Robin Park, it seems, even the concerts that's been on recently. It's just, at the minute, it's a fantastic place to work, and like I said earlier, there's probably nowhere else I'd rather be.
As you've come in today, you've come through all the kids on the indoor track who are here on the camps. You're having a bit of a laugh and a joke with them as well. It's a big part of your game. You really enjoy interacting with the kids. So save the last word for the fans. How good is it to play at the Brick Community Stadium in front of your home fans? Yeah,
it's a privilege every week coming out in front of the fans, and the way they've turned out this year, I think it's been incredible. We've had some outstanding attendances, and that's obviously shows that we're doing something right on the field, but it's also a credit to the fans. I know times at the minute can be tough for people financially, but finding that bit of money to come and watch us every weekend, it does pay back, and we really appreciate what the fans do. And I think the engagement that we make with the community, the events we put on, the open training sessions, the fan events are starting to pay dividends. Obviously it does help the success on the field that we've been having, but even in our tough times, even last week with a poor result, the fans are still there cheering, clapping at the end. So no, we're very appreciative of what they do, and hopefully they can ride us on to some more success this year and for years to come.
Congratulations, good luck in the next 4 years.
Thank you very much.